It's very important to run sales during holiday weekends. Not only is it because every other big box store does it, so that's very good data and statistics to show you that it's a very good idea to do it on a holiday weekend, but it also increases your sales and gets stale items out of here. And that's exactly what happened this weekend. I had 19 sales across eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari for $714.89 in sales. One of the best weekends of this month. This helped me this week when my sales slowed down. I've been selling less but the same amount of money because I've been selling higher priced ROI items. So thankfully that's been going well. Up until this week, I did notice not only a dip in sales, but in the dip in the amount of the items I sold. So being that it was coming up to Memorial Day weekend, I decided to wait for the weekend to run the sale. And I'm so glad I did, because I went from like 3 sales all the way up to 19 across all 3 platforms. So I'm very happy I decided to do that. And that's a sign for you to think about running sales whenever your sales start to dip down, or on any holiday. It's always a really good idea to run a sale because you will see an uptick in sales. Sometimes they don't come from the actual sale themselves, but it's because you're running a sale. A lot more eyes go to your store and your items get boosted up more. I've only had like 3 or 4 of these items actually sell from the sale. Most of them were either good offers or they sold for full price. So let's get right to it. I had 13 sales on eBay, 5 on Poshmark, and 1 on Mercari. So let's see what I sold. Starting off with the best sale of the weekend is this Radio Spirits cassette tapes from the Yours Truly Johnny Dollar tape collection. There's 77 tapes in this lot. There's suspense and horror tapes, which is a really good category. And they sold for $69.97 5 days after I listed this set. I paid 61 cents per item that day after going to a couple yard sales and estate sales. I got a whole bunch of these suspense and horror tapes and I lotted them up at that estate sale, and I ended up with about 61 cents per item that day, which was really good. I got a lot of comments on that these wouldn't sell, that tapes are a terrible category to sell in, that they don't do well, but there's always money in every single category. Yes, there's the bad things in each category, but yes, there's those good things, and then there's those sneakers like these horror and suspense tapes. So definitely be on the lookout for them. I highly recommend them. This isn't the only lot I made. I bought a whole bunch of them and I've been setting them up in big lots so that they move fast. American Girl Doll of the Year from 2020, the Josh Kendrick. It's a retired one. It sold for $50 and it sold in 10 months. I paid $2.38 at a yard sale and I priced it way too high without any of the outfits or anything, and that's why it took this long to sell. This Eileen Fisher fine tencel jersey in a size medium made with tags sold for $45. It sold in 24 days after I listed it, and I paid $3.03 at an estate sale where I got a whole bunch of Eileen Fisher stuff. Be on the lookout for that YouTube video because it's the next one that's going to be coming out from all of my hauls that I've been releasing soon. A Nikon 55 to 200 millimeter lens sold for $44.97. It sold in 8 days after I listed it. I paid $5.54 after a community yard sale event day. These Beats by Dre's, the Solo 3s, sold for $42. They sold in 8 days as well after I listed them, and I also paid $5.54. This was from the exact same yard sale I picked up that lens from. Technically paid $40 at that yard sale for a couple of these things, and I already made my money back from that one, so that was pretty cool. These Cole Haan suede wingtip Oxford shoes sold for $40. They sold in 3 months and I paid $9 at the thrift store, and I believe that they are a size 11.5. K&F Concept Tripod sold for $30. It sold in 9 months after I listed it, and this was my tripod. I no longer needed it, so I decided to sell it. Adidas Thrasher 1.1 running shoes with the mud-resistant soles sold for $27 on Poshmark. They sold in 4 days after listing, and I paid $5.25 at the thrift store. Vivo Barefoot Kasana suede shoes sold for $25 on. They sold in 4 days after listing, and they were a free Facebook Marketplace pickup. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I picked them up a couple days ago, and they already sold. I love finding free items because they definitely add into your profits because it's full profit after they sell. Polly Pocket Fairy Light Wonderland Star Compact sold for $25.18 on eBay. It sold in 7 months, and this was one of the free Facebook Marketplace pickups where I picked up all those vintage toys, the Polly Pockets, the Fairy Winkles, and all those other toys. Nike Calm slides in black, unisex, men's 8, women's 9, sold for $23 on Poshmark. So they sold in 4 days after listing, and I paid $3 at a yard sale. Cuisinart Mini Mate Chopper Grinder sold for $22.55. This is actually part of the sale that sold. It sold in 14 months. And this was the slowest seller of all of my sales. I paid $8 for this, and I would not grab this again this high, and probably just this at all. Foster Grand Ironman Triathlon sunglasses sold for $18.99. These are also part of my sale. They sold in 3 months, and I paid 61 cents along with the tapes that day. Huck Brewster shoes in a size 8. They sold for $17.98, part of the sale as well. I paid $7.59 for them. They sold in 12 months. I paid too much. This is a style and a brand that's getting oversaturated and kind of selling for much less. So models matter in this one now, and the size was too small. So all those things made it sell way too slow, and I would not pick these up again. Nike gray basketball shorts in a size large sold for $15. I paid $1 at a yard sale for these, and they sold in 1 month. Morgan Miller retinol oil sold for $14.30. I paid $5.99 for it. It sold in 15 months. Oh yeah, this is the slowest seller. And I paid too high, and it's a slow seller. Beauty is a great category, but this is when I was still learning, and it wasn't my best pickup. This Titleist 915H Hybrid Rescue head cover sold for $12. It's going international to Colombia. So once it ships out, it's good to go no matter what. I paid $1 at a yard sale for this one. It's sold in 7 days. I let it go for a little bit less because it does have a little bit of damage right here. So easy, quick sell. Spirited Away Bow Mouse Plush sold for $11.23 on Mercari. It sold in 21 days, and I paid $3.03 after a community yard sale estate sale event day. Fairy Winkle Pika Picture frame in a complete set sold for $10 on eBay. It sold in 4 months, and this was from the free Facebook Marketplace pickup where I got the Polly Pockets and all those other vintage cool toys. All those 19 sales made me $700 in sales. You got to deduct all your fees, shipping, taxes, and all that good stuff to get to your net profit. And if I'm able to do that, I'll add it up there. But I am a little bit behind on my spreadsheet, so I gotta get myself organized and get that in order. So just a quick recap, sales are great for holidays, or if your sales are starting to dip down, it's a great way to get still items out of there to boost your sales, clear out some inventory, and even make some great sales. It brings more eyes to your store, and as you saw, a lot of these sold on good offers or for full price. So it's definitely a good idea to get sales incorporated into your selling strategies if you're noticing a dip in sales and you want to boost that up. And let me know how your sales were this past weekend. How was it good? Was it bad? Were you implementing a sale yourself? Let me know. I definitely love to see what everyone else is doing so we can all get better together at this. And if you like sales videos like this, hauls, thrift with me's, estate sale, yard sale trips, I definitely got it all on here. So if you're new to watching my videos, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you're coming back from other videos, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys because we're all learning on this journey together. Remember, base hits keep it flowing, but home runs keep you going. So may your finds be rare and your flips be legendary.